I feel like as artists, we have to stand up for what we believe in and what we advocate for. That's the whole point of advocacy. And I feel like nothing will ever be done without the use of advocacy and speaking up. In this world, we're living in a time where everything's evolving. And honestly, not only are we evolving, but we're also downgrading and we're putting this world at stake. Bad people in the world are getting more opportunities than the people who are trying to make the world better. People are putting their money into things that are not ethical. And this whole entire situation is just downgrading us as a whole and forgetting the humanity that once was something that was important. Today, we're tackling, of course, in the art side of things. Since I'm an artist, I would like to use this series, Trying to Be Better Than AI, as an advocacy. This is my voice, and I am speaking out, and I'm also taking action because I feel like to combat certain things like these, it's our voices that matter. I want to think that this is like 3 a.m. thoughts right now, guys. It's kind of crazy. So I hope this video comes at a really nice time for you guys. And I am not saying this in a way where I'm trying to wish fame upon myself, but for specifically this topic, I wish this would reach the right people and make the people who are comfortable uncomfortable. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are adding another series to the Trying to Be Better Than AI series. So I'm just gonna put some disclaimers out there. Guys, this is not like me saying I'm lesser than AI. Don't worry. I believe in my own personal moral that a simple drawing of a child would be better than whatever this is. And that's the mother truth. Okay, that's my truth. Okay, that's the truth. T, it's not clocking to you, it's not clocking to you. So, Tink, tell me, is there something that you would like to add to this conversation?
It's very bad.
This is Tink. I contacted her, she's my best friend, and I decided to collaborate with her on this video because we're both artists and I want to show how artists are still human. And I feel like we all need to come together to fight what is right for the betterment of the art community. So today, I am here with Tink, my best friend, and today we're gonna be drawing these AI images. Again, I didn't type a prompt, I saw this on Pinterest and I just chose the ones that I felt like I could tackle. So yeah, let's get started with this video, shall we? It's been long overdue and I feel like this video is gonna be an hour long anyway. So yeah, let's get on with it, shall we? So first I started with my sketch, like, you know, as always. And you might be wondering to yourself,
Objection!
Baron, this is not Procreate. What are you using? And you know, it's Photoshop. Oh my gosh! So yeah, I sort of evolved. I kinda switched programs because my iPad is kinda shit right now. Not gonna lie, it's kinda shit. So today I'm using Photoshop. This is like my second time using Photoshop. The other time I did not like how I used Photoshop. Honestly, that's only because I'm getting really new to the freaking program. Because in this program, brushes are kinda weird here. Well, that's only because I didn't download that much brushes. And I did not like the blending brush, in my opinion. So yeah, but lo and behold, I downloaded some brushes. Now I just moved on to the line art. In this section, honestly, I don't really know what much to add aside from the fact that I just did some directional pulls. As I noticed from the AI, the directions are very messy in a way where it looks straight, but sometimes it does not look straight. So I just tried fixing that up through like maybe some actual direction, because sometimes people have like a messy way of rendering. Unfortunately, if I'm trying to follow the picture, I don't really know how the messy rendering would look when I'm trying to replicate it with like some physics and stuff like that. So I just placed it like that and add some movement to the hair. And now let's move on to the clothes in the line art. I had a hard time actually with this one because on the picture on the AI, darling, it's kinda she's a little bit, how do I say this? Like, it's kinda messy. Like, I have no idea what this is. Okay, Harajutsu Kumanagi something. Like, it's giving like in a handbook or something. I don't know. Like, why is he wearing like some sort of soldier outfit and like has a samurai thing going on with his like shawl or something? So I didn't know what to put there. So what I decided to do was I just made it into like a very like a clip-on sort of jacket or blazer type of thing, if you know what I mean. Well, I actually don't know if you know what I fucking mean, but yeah. But I just want to let you guys know, when looking at the image right now, I like the final image, I actually did not like the way the clothes turned out because of the fact that I think it still did not make any sense to me because I just kind of winged it a little bit. So sorry guys. So next I moved on to the coloring. First of all, I just shaded all with like a block of gray, just so that I can get a better view for the colors that I lay down. I tried using a grayscale before and I didn't like it. So yeah, this is what I'm doing now. For context clues, I really have no idea because like, well, it's an AI. There's not really that much context behind it. It's just like a amalgamation. But apparently there are like 2 light sources, one coming from the left, my left, and one coming from the right, which is like a blue light or something, or there's something reflecting that bluish hue. If you look at the shadows there's like some blue in it, and that usually is like a cast shadow, I think, and it's supposed to reflect or bounce some sort of light coming from somewhere. But I don't see any like blue context in this picture, so I tried my best to have it there. So later on you'll see. But anyway, I did the hair. This was such a tedious process. Oh my gosh, you have no idea how long it took for me to finish that hair. I basically just blocked it over before I started rendering, like added where the highlights are, where the shadows are, try to add some more depth without rendering it too much because that's only going to be part of like the next part of the whole entire thing. So I just like, I added some highlights here, there, you get the gist. So then I moved on to the clothes. I just added my block colors again, added some shadows where it needs to be, and I tried making the shadows a little bit more senseful. I don't want to do it like half-assed. So yeah, I tried adding the shadows where it needs to be, keeping in mind of the light source. Again, guys, I'm not that good at light sources, okay? So this is still pretty scary. So if you see any technical issues, then I'm sorry, man. I don't know what to tell you. After I finished like the whole entire like clothing thing, I moved on to the face. So I merged all of those layers together and started rendering everything. I just detailed it, removed some of the sketchier parts and tried rendering it a little bit to make it look more real. And I tried making it as like detailed as I possibly can so that it looks as detailed as the one on the AI image. In this sort of thing, it's actually really outside of my comfort zone actually, because I don't draw like this as often as I'd like to. So yeah, this is kind of a new experience for me, so I want to know from you guys. Comment down below if I did a good job. After this, I moved on to the hair. I took a long time. So essentially, I just added some shadows there and added this like very pencil-like texture, as you can see of that stroke right there. And then I just blend it all together with like a hair-like motion where like you zigzag it a lot, and to make that sort of texture, if that makes sense. I'll just let the speed paint, explain for itself. But yeah, I encountered so many problems with this hair piece because sometimes it looks a little too patchy, so I tried fixing it, and sometimes it would appear very sharp and I tried softening it. It's still kind of crazy, but I think I did a good job. It's time to move on to the clothes. I just, again, like I did with the hair, I cleaned everything up and tried rendering it to look more finished, if that makes sense. So in the AI image, I noticed that he had like a bunch of like very silvery elements, so much shadows that make the clothes look holographic, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what I did. I tried making it look a little bit more shiny, add some shadows where it needs to be, and of course again rendered everything. I had a hard time with the plates, and I will tackle that later with you guys. I'll After that, I got started with the enamel pin. I first just, did the duplication momentation and then tried rendering it to make it look like the light is coming from the left. I had a hard time because it kind of looked like shit the first time that I did it. But you will see that I actually removed it and changed it a little bit because I didn't like the way it looks. So next I changed up the plates. As you can see, I shrunk it a little bit because I did not like the way that it looked at first. So I just minimized it and kept it sitting on top of his shoulder because I remembered in actual perspective, if you're looking at it from a certain way, it won't, sit like that. So yeah, so next I just enlarged his body because I feel like his body is not broad enough as seen in the reference picture, and fixed up the edges that I increased. And now it's time to do the background. So as you can see in the reference image, there's like a flower-like background. So I downloaded this like brush set that allows you to do some floral brushes, if you will, and I just colored it with like some colors, with an airbrush, and then I did more of the background. And surprisingly, guys, I had a much more hard time in this than some of the other processes that I did in the foreground, because sometimes if you like grayscale the background, it will appear very the same, or like the values will feel very similar, and I don't like that. I want certain things to pop out, and if I don't feel it, then it's gonna be crazy. So I did some experimenting. I darkened the background, I lightened the background, I darkened the character, and I lightened up the background. So it was all a process, but I think I got to where I am. And with that, I finished this with this. Ta-da! Alright, so this is the final image of the recreation of this AI image. Okay, here's my thing. I know a lot of people, I know a lot of comments inside of the TikToks or the YouTubes. I don't know. I feel like they're still going to pick the AI one, but let me just tell you this straight. I believe I did an exceptional job, and I think that my art is better than the AI, not just because of morals, but I feel like technically, on the technical level, I did a better job. I did a better job in envisioning like the emotion, the context of this drawing, and I don't half-ass all of the things that I did in this. There's no 6 fingers now, there's 5. So yeah, but this video is not over. Let's bring it over to Tink, my best friend, because she did a whole speed paint of herself too. So let's see what she has come up with in a quick sequence.
First, I sketch. I'm not really good at sketching. Yeah, sketching. I tried following the pose by the AI, but I got a bit confused by that, so I just made my own pose. Yeah. The hair was also a bit confusing, but I tried. I tried to resemble the clothes as well, but I think I gave up halfway. I also ended up redoing a lot of the back of the hair since it didn't kind of make sense to me, and I don't know how to make hair. Rendering! I choked a bit on the rendering as well since I don't know how to make flashy rendering. I think blue matches the hair color better. I don't know. I don't like legs. I struggled with the rendering of the dress as well, but it took some tries.
So this is what we have for the whole entire video. Honestly, I had so much fun making this. I would like to applaud Tink and her efforts in making this video happen and making this amazing art. Look how great it looks. Thank you guys so much for watching, actually. It's been such a while, and I've been very, very, very busy in college. If you guys want to join my Discord server, go down below. It's in the description, or it's gonna be popped out on the screen right now. And again, I just want to say we all have to stand up and raise our voices, because this is what makes advocacy an advocacy. I think we can end it there. Have a nice day, night, afternoon, and maybe even midnight for all of those Omegaverse, beta, and alpha believers out there. Baron
and Tink.
signing off.